And she immediately is like, I'm not here to build a man. It's like, whoa,
Mhm.
y'all ain't even been in a situation for you to build him, my girl. Like, you ain't have,
That
you know what I'm
part.
saying? Like, nothing has happened. Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about season 4 of Perfect Match on Netflix. Today we are discussing episodes 1 through 5. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. And before we get into this episode of Perfect Match or these episodes, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell and be in the comments. Let us know, how are you feeling? How is the show starting off for you? And so I'll ask you that, Victoria. How's it? What are your thoughts?
I would say it's an entertaining season for sure. You know, last season I think the focus was on AD and
AD and
Ollie.
Ollie.
You know, because
Mm-hmm.
we was trying to figure out, how did the love story begin, and
Mm-hmm.
so
And
it
all the
is a
drama
nice,
too,
yeah,
because you had
right,
heard stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But I love AD.
Right, me too. But so this season so far, it's all right. I think it has its entertaining elements. It has some entertaining people. It also has some people that I'm like, ugh, get off my screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll just get into all of it. How about you? How you liking it?
About what you said, like it's nothing too great. The drama isn't too juicy. There are a few familiar faces. Marissa, Nick from $1 Million Secret, Chris from Age of Attraction. So we've recently covered these shows. So,
Hmm.
I was like, okay. Some familiar faces from some of the stuff. But some of the people Jimmy,
Yeah.
Love is
Oh
Blind.
yeah, Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I kind of like Jimmy a little bit, or I have like a little bit of a soft spot for him. I don't think he's so horrible.
Yeah, he's not one of the bad ones in the lineup of Love is Blind
Yeah.
history for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. But people put him up there with the bad guys, and I'm not sure about that. So before we get into like the couples and everything, are there any people that stood out that you like or you don't like this season?
I would say I am enjoying Marissa. I actually like her a little bit more in this than I did in. Well, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
dislike her in Love Is Blind, so let me not
Mm-hmm.
even frame it like that. But I am enjoying the mirror that I think Marissa is for a lot of women who have been hurt. You know, including
Interesting.
me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm enjoying watching her process and like
Mm-hmm.
talk about her feelings and things like that. I think she's realizing some things, and I think it takes a lot of vulnerability to do that on camera.
Yeah.
Um, I also like, is it Jimmy S? I think he's very funny.
Are you talking about the content creator?
Yes.
Cause child, he on my opposite list because I'm like, why does he sound like he sounds like he's mimicking a black man? I mean, I'm not trying to like
Yes, that part
cultural
I don't like.
appropriation
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's
I
happening?
don't like that. I definitely don't like that aspect of it, but I think he is funny. Like I think
He ain't
he has
making
a
me
good
laugh.
I think he's
You think he's
funny.
funny? Yeah, he hasn't made me
Yeah, I
laugh.
think he's funny.
I'm not against it. Whatever.
Yeah,
But
no, I do understand the cultural
cause like when
appropriation
he said
stuff.
my dukes, I'm
For
like, okay, stop. Okay,
Yeah, that was crazy. No,
stop.
actually, when he said my dukes, I actually went to go look him up on his Instagram. I was like, how many black people he hang around?
Because you better be hanging around all of them. Because the way you sounded, it better not be learned from the tube, okay?
He,
The
no,
TV.
yeah, nah. He do. It's quite a few. It's quite a few.
Okay. Okay.
It was quite a few pictures of different black circles. So I was like, okay, he like that one white friend.
But it's
At
so
least,
interesting. A lot of times when you see that they'll date black women or whatever, it's very
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
But
He's
he
sticking to
seems to
his
be
folks.
very in the blonde category.
Yeah,
Or who
blonde
else is
and
he
blue
looking at?
eyed.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's he
he was
looking at?
also looking at was it Catherine? She's brunette. Because
Yeah.
for white people, that's like a different vibe,
Two different,
So
yeah, two different categories. But yeah, no, he was probably on my like, it's nobody I dislike, but he
yeah,
was on my like, I kept having thoughts of like, oh my God, it just,
yeah.
that was getting on my nerves.
I will say the other person that's getting on my nerves, like for real, getting on my nerves, is Allie. Allie is the astrology. I'm like, girl, don't be putting everything on Libra stuff, Libra, because I'm like, girl, no.
I
We're
know
not over here like
we're
that.
two Libras.
Somebody Libra moon. I'm like, girl, you are acting like somebody who is confused.
Yeah, I'm not a Libra
Um,
moon though. I'm a Libra sun.
I don't know
What is
what
my
I
moon?
don't know what I am. I feel like it's a lot of Libra in my chart though,
Yeah, I have a
for
lot of
sure.
Scorpio in my chart. If anybody
Ooh,
knows,
she's a
tell us
freaky.
what's I think I'm a Leo moon. I think that's my moon, but I honestly I don't know. I gotta go back and look. I gotta go
I
back
need
and
to look
look.
up my stuff to see. I haven't looked at it. I always forget every time. I'm like, oh, okay, good to know, and then I forget again.
Yeah, because I could be a Scorpio moon. I think it's a Leo moon though, because I remember whatever it was, they were like, the moon is how you emote, and like, and I'm like, oh yes, I do have like big emotions or whatever. So I don't know,
Yeah,
but yeah, as far as people who I really like, wasn't anybody that's like standing out. I didn't like seeing Sophie though. I will say that from Love Is Blind UK. Those of us
yeah,
who watched, or we covered that season last summer, she was involved in lots of big scandals with the guy that was engaged to
yeah.
someone else, making very inappropriate comments. So I'm not a huge fan of her.
Mhm.
And she was talking about, oh, people would write paragraphs about what I did and da da da, and it says more
Yeah.
about you than me. It's like, girl, look, you did what you did, okay? I ain't
She
writing no
coming in with a
paragraphs.
whole new personality though, for sure.
Oh,
I was like, oh, she putting on, baby. That PR manager over there told her,
yeah,
you need to relax. You need to
I
chill.
know.
I was like, she coming
Yeah.
in here to rewrite the story for herself,
Right. Or maybe
in
she
my
did. She
opinion.
did on the Love Is Blind UK reunion. She did say that like, oh, she's in therapy. She was like lots of therapy. And like she seemed like when she said it that she really was in it, because she was like she seemed like
Yeah.
she was embarrassed. The whole situation embarrassed her or whatever. For those who don't know, like, well, I guess I just explained it. She was over there kicking with the engaged man. So I want some,
Right.
oh,
Correct.
I'm not, you may not, like she was, I
Yes.
don't know,
Doing too
whatever.
much.
Yeah, it was a bit much. But anywho, all right, so those are who we like and who we don't
Yeah. Oh,
like.
I do
Let's
also want to bring up Nick from
Million
Million
Dollar
Dollar
Secret.
Secret. And he had just such a different personality. I was like, what Nick is this? You little dirty thing. All the comments and stuff and like talking about game and just literally having nothing to say. I'm like, what? I'm like, this gotta be a different person than who Umiko was crushing on.
It feels like he's young. This is the young, immature part of him. And I also was wondering, why hadn't anyone said anything about the fact that he won $1 million? Is that something he can speak about? But you know what? I guess maybe he couldn't speak about it when they filmed it. And
Yeah.
so, because I'm like, I know that's a thing that, like,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
They
Like,
haven't even said he's on the show. Like he hasn't like when everybody was like, "Oh, what show are you from?" I don't think if I could be wrong, but I don't remember him saying I was on Million Dollar Secret.
oh, really interesting. He was giving quiet vibes. That was similar to how he was on $1 Million Secret, but at the same, well, like just kind of calm. But
Shot,
when he
yeah.
was talking, like you said, to the confessional, it's like, bruh, you a little immature. I could see that. I could see that. I hope you're
Yeah.
spending that little million correctly, because it's giving immature for real.
Yeah. Now I did
Um,
see an interview that Umiko did,
yeah, they
and
figuring things out.
she said that
Yeah,
yeah, the door is open over there for them too.
yeah. And
So
I
you
saw a little
know,
clip where they're all Umiko, was a Hunter and Cat, they're all hanging out like a little friend group. So I was like,
yeah,
child, they life is moving for them. And so
yeah,
whatever. Okay, so let's get into our couples. We had Damari and Marissa as the strongest couple.
mm,
Marissa was definitely, like you said, processing some things.
yeah,
I was personally like, I was like, she's a little jealous. She's a jealous one, you know?
yeah.
Even though she doesn't recognize it. She was like, I'm not jealous. But like she was doing the double back when he
You're
was talking
right.
to Yemen's original match or whatever. She got words for him. She can't accept the compliments. It's like she got a little trauma stuff going on. So I give her
Hmm.
grace, but I was like, girl.
Yeah, she got some things going on, but
Yeah,
I was like, this sometimes is the process. I mean, it's been a couple of years since her season, right?
I think
Or
so. Yeah.
yeah, it's been a couple of years. But she was also in another relationship. I feel like I could be wrong. Please
Yeah, I
correct me in
think
the
so too. Because
comments.
I saw her doing matching alien outfit pajamas with somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and so I
Hmm.
don't know if that maybe there just hasn't been enough time or enough processing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I was just like, women be going through this,
Mm,
like this is
yeah.
how it be when you have you know fears and these wounds that open up in
Mhm.
these very quick relationships. And that's the
Yeah.
thing about an environment like this. It makes everything so full on and so
Yeah.
fast, which is not healthy for anyone who has not been able to work through some of those triggers or can recognize I'm triggered and not necessarily put the response on the partner. Like you need to put the
Mhm.
response on yourself to like
Mhm.
go inward a little bit, not lean
Mhm.
on your partner to like co-regulate or
Mhm.
like to soothe what it is that you're feeling. And so I'm like, girl,
Mhm.
gotta back it up a few steps because it
Yeah.
does seem like they have a lot of chemistry. And so, like the first
Mhm.
couple of episodes, I was really rooting for because at first I was
Mhm.
like, is Marissa liking Damari more than Damari liking Marissa? But
Mhm.
it does seem like Damari was really into her,
Mhm.
especially when he's
Mhm.
like, trying to affirm her. And he's like, yeah, no, like not really talking to any of the other women. He's being friendly. I don't think he's
Mhm.
done anything that's like been super suggestive like some of the other men to make other women feel like they were going to be chosen by him.
Yeah.
So it's like Marissa's gotta just hit the relax button just a
Yeah.
little bit.
But I can see as well that like being in this highly vulnerable setting, like being on television and the world is watching you, your nerves are like could be sort of
Yeah.
up there. Maybe even if you were processing things and you did have those tools that and tactics to kind of calm yourself down, that they wouldn't be available or as easily available because your nerves are so high because you're in such a vulnerable setting. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Mhm.
know if you've ever done something like been on stage and then you immediately get stage fright and the normal things that you're like trying to talk or trying to just know how to maneuver with a co-host or something, it's like, damn, how did I get on here? And then just nerves, just everything. So because you're just so vulnerable. And so I think that that's part of her inability to maybe reach for what she may, even in her normal life, reach for in terms of a tactic to process or to deal with the discomfort that she may feel in a particular moment. So yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and also too, it's like Damari, that's a good looking man, babes.
He all
So
right. It's so interesting.
he's good
He looks like a big
looking.
kid to me, but I also am a bit
I
older,
mean,
so like
yes. I mean, he
maybe I'm
looks
just
he looks his age for sure, but he's
he
good looking, and so no matter
I
what
mean he's
age
not
it
bad looking.
is, yeah. But no matter what age it is, if you're a good looking man, women are going to flock to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, and so if
Mhm.
you are going to be with somebody that is that good looking. When I say
Yeah.
like that good looking, I'm saying like good
Objectively
looking to
people
most
think they're
people,
attractive.
right?
Yeah.
Like, yes, you're gonna have to be okay with that energy coming at your
Mhm.
partner. And it's the same thing with men with very beautiful, conventionally
Mhm.
attractive women. You
Mhm.
gotta be okay with it, but trust that if like your partner is somebody that you can trust
Yeah.
and they've displayed that they can be trustworthy,
Yeah.
that you can't be disrupting y'all internal relationship piece every single time something comes up, you know?
Mhm. Mhm.
Especially because like when wounds do come up, it can start to paint your reality, right? Like when we
Mhm.
have been rooted in beliefs that have not been the best, or when we have been given beliefs about
Mhm.
certain types of situations, this being in relationships, because maybe the first didn't go well or the first and second didn't go well. Sometimes we can take the things that we learn from those situations and then we like overgeneralize everything else that comes after that, not realizing
Mhm.
that we're like self sabotaging in the moment and we have not checked this belief system that we've been rooted in about how we're going to experience love and relationships
Mhm.
and things like that moving forward. And so with her, it could be a little bit of that where she's just like, he's saying, I really, really like you. I love that you can make me calm or whatever he said. I can't remember. And she immediately is like, I'm not here to build a man. It's like, whoa,
Mhm.
y'all ain't even been in a situation for you to build him, my girl. Like, you ain't have,
That
you know what I'm saying?
part.
Like, nothing has happened for you to feel like you building a man. Like, he telling you
Yeah.
what your presence does for him. It does not mean all of a sudden now you the one that's gonna be fixing the light bulbs. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not
Yeah.
what's happening here. But because of those past experiences, right? Like she feels like she's hearing these words and she's just like, now the trigger button is hit and this must be what's happening. Like everything that my worst fears are coming to life because I've heard
Mhm.
this before. So got to be
Mhm.
able to check that in relationships. It's hard, takes work,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
self belief work is the best work you could do for yourself.
Interesting. Yeah, well, in the previews for the next episodes, it does look a little like might be
Yeah.
danger and look like he may be
Yeah.
rekindling with his ex, even though in the episode, icy shoulder. So
Yeah.
we will see. We
Yeah,
will
and I'm trying to figure
see.
out what happened between them because when she walked up, she said a
Yeah,
hug.
yeah.
She was like, a hug?
I know she
Child,
like a
please, you
Maya.
funny on camera. I was like, what
Yeah,
happened there? And at first I
yeah.
was like, okay, he's not trying to bite the apple. He like, you could keep my ex up out of it, baby. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's over with. But when she came up to him with that reaction, that response,
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of like, now, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened? Was it something that you don't want her to bring up as to why you didn't want her in here? But
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it looked like they rekindling. They talking about some, I still love you, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
child.
We will see. We will see.
Yeah.
So do we want to go to maybe Jimmy and his match with Allie next?
Yeah, yes. They had a lot of back and forth. We also have a little bit of Chris in there coming at Allie.
Oh yeah.
Is it Chris?
Allie ass is
No,
crazy.
Dave.
Dave,
Dave.
yeah.
Dave,
Yeah.
tall Australian guy with the tattoos.
Was
And
Dave a
Jimmy,
bombshell though? Like I look,
yeah.
I'm Love
Mhm.
Island to the core. So
Yeah. I know, right? Yes. He
he
was a
was
bombshell.
yeah. So interesting. Allie, that girl, she a little hoo hoo hoo
It's a bit much.
hoo.
She is a lot. She is a lot. She is like everything, a lot of things that come out of her mouth. I'm like, girl, did we pause? Did we think? Did we? And she's just so all
Place.
over the place. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jimmy,
And Jenny,
these might be like red flags,
I
maybe a little bit.
know.
Like the fact that when you do something, she feels the need to like retaliate, or like she does something and then says, "Oh, it's the experience," and then when you do it, it's the end of the world. I'm not being chosen.
But he interested in himself. He a little clingy,
Yeah,
little like you ain't
very
getting no
much
kisses tonight.
so.
You
Yeah,
like
right.
it's like are
24
you
hours. You on punishment. You on
yeah.
timeout.
I'm like he a lover boy? Like what is he? He's giving like I
He might
fall
be a little lover
easily.
boy.
Cuz I was so surprised like just for them since they stayed together for these whole 5 episodes. I was so surprised that that he continued to pick her even after like Cash came around and what was the other bombshell that he was looking at?
It was Cassie, and was it also well, it wasn't a bombshell. He was also trying to get to know Natalie.
Natalie. Oh yeah.
The one who's now with Yaman.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people to be looking alike because Natalie looks like Allie a tad bit to me,
Yeah, they
but I
are
think
in
it's
the
the brunette
same
about it. But they do have a
font
different
of women.
face.
Yeah, but they're in
Yeah,
the same font.
yeah. But yeah, I was like Jimmy. I think it's a little bit of both of you. Like she the problem, but you the enabler, and so it's like, what is it within you that allows you to be an enabler? Okay, because why you keep
Yeah,
coming back to this? So it's like y'all kind of
yeah.
in there together,
He
two sides
like
of the
it.
same coin.
They both like it. They
They
like
yeah,
it.
something. Cause it's interesting. But even also this last episode we dropped them off at like to go into the next. He's like, we open, we close, we open, we what we gonna do?
Right,
And she had definitely said the night before that she wanted to be closed. So it's like
right.
what are you asking here? So I felt her on that. I did actually feel her on that, but also it just seems like she be playing games. Like she wanna just be like, ooh, do you love me? Ooh, do you love me? Ooh. And then she's like, okay, I'm here. That's
Yeah,
how it feels.
absolutely. Yeah, and I was a little like, is she all right? When they were talking about whether or not their kids would be on theater, and she was like, "Well, you're gonna like have a son and want to give him like a
Yeah.
gun." I was like, "Huh? What?" I'm like,
She's
"Is
just
this?"
kind of interesting.
I was just saying, like, with them thoughts, like them impulsive, intrusive thoughts, like they don't have like a stop and think,
Yeah.
and they just be coming like.
Yeah.
Oh, she one of the people who
Yeah.
say all the intrusive thoughts out loud. She said them all.
Yeah. Um, do we want to talk about Chris next? Chris and Mackenzie.
Yeah,
Or
Chris
no?
was with Mackenzie, and then and then he left in true Chris fashion and went on to the new girl Catherine. Now, or Kelly. Now, Chris immediately the
Or
way he was
Kayla?
showing up with
Is it Kayla?
Mackenzie.
I think the new
Was it
girl is
Kayla? Oh,
Kayla.
okay.
Yeah.
Chris, the way he was immediately showing up with Mackenzie wanting to give her the Louis V wallet, talking about their future and being so locked in. I'm like, this is exactly why Homegirl in Age of Attraction was confused by you, because you
Mm-hmm.
full on, all quick, and then you like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
No
And
pause.
also, it's giving very materialistic, giving very like just what the people voted him out for. Like, you
Yeah.
don't seem like you're here for genuine reasons. And that was a thing, for those of you who haven't watched Age of Attraction, that was a thing that everyone said about him, that he just didn't seem genuine. He seemed like he was there. It's kind of to like increase his fame. So, it's given that that could be possibly that. And I'm surprised that so many of these women are so attracted to him when they see him. Like, he was ranking it up just off the bat. You know what I'm saying? I think 4 women put down their cards for him in that first little game.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he
he's
talk a
giving.
good game. He seemed like he's so serious and like
That's
he want
funny.
to settle down and he a
Yeah, I
lover
think.
boy and I love to give gifts. Like those are things that like in
Mm-hmm.
for some women you hear those things off rip before you see action and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this sounds like potential. This sounds good. It's like he knows
Yeah,
the right things to
to
say.
say. And also, it's like when he sat there and was like, "It's unfair. We don't get to be with each other." I'm like, y'all voted off together. Y'all can be with each other. You
Right.
can do
Go be
whatever the heck
together.
you want to do.
Right.
Go. But apparently they're
Right.
in singles. But I'm like, now he back with the singles. He out here kissing somebody. Who was he kissing? Sophie.
Yep.
In the little party. I'm like, what about Kayla? Like, what
Right.
about
Talking about
the
it's not
sadness?
over. It's not over.
Look, bruh, it's like he here for it to be on television, and it's
Right.
that's what it's giving. And that's what the people saying. So I trust in people that read of him, and it looks
Mhm.
like that's my read too. Oh, Mackenzie, I will say about Mackenzie, she was giving very blah to me the whole time.
Yeah, and it seemed like she's not too comfortable. I
Mm.
mean, she was on what, Squid Games, I think.
Oh, is that where she's
So
from? Yeah,
yeah,
I
she
didn't watch
went. She
Squid
went
Games.
from a
I hear good
competition
things.
series
Oh,
to
she won
this.
it.
No, I'm saying she went
Oh,
from a competition
oh, okay,
type of
okay.
game show to a love show. Completely different vibes, no
Yeah,
drama. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not about just completely
yeah,
different type of reality TV.
yeah,
So
absolutely,
I think this
absolutely.
having to be vulnerable and stuff
Mhm.
because Davey mentioned like she doesn't open up and then she tried
Mhm.
and then it's like,
Mhm.
but really it's probably just because she blah. It might not be a open up to get to. It's just blah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Cause yeah. Okay,
But
so
she
we'll
did
talk
try
about
to hit
her.
on Jimmy S and Jimmy S was like, yeah, I like you too, but
Yeah, it's too late.
he kept
When
it
she
real
did that, I
cute.
was I was like, this is a little bit too late, girl. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe I was like, isn't that somebody else? But yeah, he was very clear with her.
Yeah.
Um, the Do we have anything else on them, or do we want to move over to Yaman and Allison? Because
We go to Yaman and Allison.
yeah, so Yaman and Allison start off in the beginning, and Yaman has a connection with Jimmy because she ends up being with Jimmy. Side note, they seem like Jimmy and Allison seem like they might could go to distance because they seem
Yeah.
genuinely interested in each other. And it seems like from his side, he's also setting those boundaries with
Right.
the women.
Yeah, I love that
So,
too. I love that.
mm-hmm.
I had just saw a TikTok video of a guy. He was on a plane and he was like, I think the lady said was Rhonda, was like, Rhonda from so and so, if you're watching this, your husband was on the plane with his boys on a work trip and all the boys was talking about going to the strip club and he was like, I didn't get married to act like I am single when I'm not around my wife. And then pulls out his phone and say, you see, this is my wife. Like, and like upping her up. Like, I'm not messing this up. I'm going home. I got something at home. And so that's
We
what
love to see it.
yeah, so that's what Jimmy S was giving. He was like, I'm not gonna mess up what I got. This y'all we have
Yeah,
boundaries.
right. I will say that I wasn't the hugest fan of Allison in the beginning because it felt like, one, I wanted Damari and Marissa to have their like matching, right? And so I felt like she was in the way, and she was being very forward. I don't like
Yeah.
being very forward with
Never.
men.
Never.
Yes, it's like if he
Don't
wants, he will
get don't
get.
get in the
Okay.
way of me seeing black love on TV. Point blank period.
But even just on a personal note, like even if she was like another black woman, I feel like I would not have like that approach. Like I really like
Yeah.
for women to allow there to be like at best mutual. You know what I'm saying? Like you match it, you can
Mm.
match it, but not this like I'm being like I'm letting you know I'm interested in you. I'm this and this and that. It's like hold your horses, girl. Okay, you can't proceed. This is not a good recipe when you out here going ahead and he ain't you trying to get him to catch up. It just ain't it
Mm-hmm.
ain't a good recipe. It ain't gonna end well. Like if men if they like it, they know they gonna go for it. And so when they don't
Yeah.
and you gotta pursue, that's a red flag. It's red flag number one. So I wasn't feeling that about her personality, but it does appear with Jimmy S. That's the second Jimmy, right?
Yeah. Yes.
He and her seem like they got a little vibe. So I wouldn't be surprised if they won, if they don't get like knocked down or whatever. Mainly because Marissa and Damari just seem like they about to fall apart. You know what I mean? I just hope Marissa keep it together, girl. Hope she keep it together.
Yes.
But on Allison and Yaman, it did seem like they were each other's kind of second choice. Yaman didn't really have nobody. Allison didn't really have nobody. So they just kind of that's how it happened. And
Yeah. Well, now Yaman is with Natalie.
yeah,
And they
yeah,
started off, as friends, and now they're exploring
yeah,
that. The only
yeah.
thing about this is like Yaman, we already know y'all don't end up together, even if y'all leave, because Yaman was just on Love Island All Stars, and he's with Whitney, and they're together, like pictures, content, all the things. So, and because Love Island is live, it's like we already know, and Perfect Match took
Love
forever.
Island, what? UK? I ain't been paying
No,
attention.
All Stars. I think
Oh,
it's All
All
Stars.
Star.
Yeah, so it's a mix of people from all different Love Islands. So it's like Love
Okay.
Island games,
Yeah.
but it's just basically
Mm.
fan favorites for regular Love
Okay.
Island. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so yeah, we already know this is not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably still friends, maybe to this day. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
She's an
but
interesting one though. She's got a lot of like I was like the five son. What's happening?
oh, yeah.
No judgment though.
Yeah, yeah, no judgment, girl, but
But
it's a lot of that's a horny one, baby. And
yeah.
what's her name? Cass. Every
Yes.
single time Cass is on my screen, honey, she coming with that same intro. I need to have sex 2 times a day. I am so horny, like I could do it anywhere, anytime. Crack me open.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
like,
what's
I need
happening?
you to have a new intro package. I need a new one ASAP. I am
Right.
ready to see a new cast. I'm ready. You gonna keep
Yeah.
on these shows? Give me something else, girl. Please.
Yeah, and it's so interesting. She is really young. Like I remember when she told Damari her age, and he was like, "Oh, you're 24." And
Yeah.
it was a surprise because she looks a little older.
Yeah.
She like put her in a different outfit, like a business suit or something like that. She can give in a presentation. You could think she's in her 40s, like just
Yeah.
straight up. I'm
Oh,
not trying to. She's very beautiful. No, I'm not. Look, I'm
I was gonna give
serious.
her 29, 30, 29, 32.
I mean, I'm not saying she can't play those ages either.
Oh,
It's
she
just
does look
like
older.
depending on what her outfit is, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I don't know. And maybe it's the hair a little bit too. Like, I don't know. But she does look a little bit older. She definitely looks a little bit, but very beautiful, very beautiful. But yeah, the same thing. I wrote that down. I was like, girl, give it a break. Not. Just let that be a pleasant surprise for them when it happened. Why are we out
Yeah.
here saying this
And
off
then
rip?
making
And
it
then
a
first of
topic of
all,
conversation. Like, you
yeah,
don't even know if a man like you. You know men are sexual deviants. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Not
we
devious.
don't need to lead with that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Facts, like facts.
let
That's
that
like
man
people out
bring
here.
that out of you. You ain't got to announce it.
Yeah. 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 It's like cheap titillating, you know. It's just, yeah. But since we are bringing up Cass, let me mention the other bombshell that she came in with, Catherine. Catherine and her, when they were like boohooing about going home or whatever. I was like, girl, like they in matches, first of all, but secondly, it's like I don't think they led you on. And so I was like, these girls sitting here like boo-hooing. They need to come on.
Girl, they're
Come
both
on.
people who have been, well, at least Cass. She'd have been on reality TV so many times. She know what to do, what not to do, when to toot, when to cry, when to
Ah, that's
yell, when to
funny.
scream, baby. Okay, I was not buying the tears. I was actually though surprised because Catherine, she seemed like she was a little more genuine to me with the tears,
Yeah.
and I was definitely confused by that. But I'm
Yeah, I
like,
was like,
even if you
y'all
are
feeling so
let
much.
down, let down over a man you knew for a day.
Oh, I was like, tears? What we talking about? Stop it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, but
But the
I will say, if that is something, because I think that is something that as somebody who is a I don't know what you would call it. I've healed from that era. Um, but if a man liking you or not liking you can stir up your emotions, you gotta work on that. You gotta work on that because it shouldn't be all of that off of knowing
Mm.
somebody for a day.
Yeah. I feel like it goes to like worth issues, like self-worth
Yeah,
issues, because it's like um maybe it's like someone not picking that you or whatever that person. It feels like, oh my, I must not be worthy of it or whatever,
yeah,
as opposed to just being like, they can't see. They need glasses, okay? Or they
right.
can't like spiritually see, okay? They can't see the
Yes,
essence with their third eye. So I don't know. But
kind of how Allie is showing up a little bit. Um,
you said what?
I said kind of how Allie is showing up a little bit, like how she
Mm,
gets very just frantic when things aren't going
yeah,
her
she
way
all
per
over the
se.
place.
She
She got a
feels
touch
like
of everything, not a full glass of any of it, you know? Um
that's funny. That's a good one.
Yeah. Let's go into Natalie and Nick. Nick got he ain't
Got
with us
that
no
boot.
more. Well, he is back as a single, so he
Yeah.
may rematch with somebody. But Natalie's now with Yaman, and we already, said a little bit about her. We already said a little bit about Nick. Anything else about their matching as a couple?
No, I
Well,
was a little
except the beginning, it
confused.
was like, what that first night they was like, because I,
Yeah,
I
he
was
was.
like, what the,
That's what I said. Like he a little nasty thing. I was
yeah,
like, where is this personality coming from? I'm like, I just would not have pictured it.
pictured it.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
somebody completely different for
yeah.
$1 Million Secret. And I think it's the fact
Mhm.
that he was just so quiet and he seemed like a man of very few words. He's like you said, he
Mhm.
still was quiet here and didn't have too many things to say because it was like if it wasn't a line, if it wasn't a "you're so sweet, you're so nice, you're so sweet," he didn't know what
Mhm.
to say. Um,
But he did like it's something about him that gives nice nervous, right? But and
yeah,
honest, and he did kind of give that a little bit. I mean, it was one time in a challenge with Umiko where he was like, you're so pretty. Like he was like, you're like Beyonce or something like that. But it was a challenge. But I think that he did feel that way because he was saying it in the confessional. And so he had that kind of that same energy here. That was just like, I think you're cute. I think you're fun to talk to. I think like he just it's
yeah,
kind of like schoolboy. That's nice, it's endearing, but also like he need to mature. I think once he
yeah,
matures out of some of this behavior, he could be a good match. I don't know for like I'm thinking about like for Omiko.
yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's everybody from the first set of matches. And so for the second matches, we kind of talked about everybody. There was Kayla and Chris. They got voted off, went home. And I will say on Marissa and Damari making that final choice of sending them, she was like, I'm not sending home Jimmy. And like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, put your foot down.
Yeah, no, for real.
Um, but we talked about everybody pretty much. Mackenzie and Dave. We haven't talked about Dave a ton. We will let's chat about Dave a little bit, but also we should talk about these power couple decisions and these
Hmm.
challenges a little bit that led to the power couple decisions. But Dave, he has been all over the place. He had
That tongue don't know a
Mackenzie.
stranger. Do you hear me? He is
Yes,
like, you want to kiss? You want to
I
kiss? You want to kiss?
know.
You want to? It's like
Almost had
kissing is
Allie
his.
take almost pulled Allie. And I'm not convinced that he ain't gonna pull Allie from Jimmy and Jimmy
Yeah.
be heartbroken later on.
Yeah, no, for real. That's why I was like, Jimmy, you might want to pull Cassie, at least have some fun.
Yeah. But Cass
Because
ain't serious. I wouldn't pull her neither.
I mean, but Allie ain't either.
Mm-mm.
So
But sometimes Allie seems like she's trying to be serious
yeah,
or wants to have a love, but she's just so all over the place.
yeah, very
But yeah,
true.
he was with Mackenzie. It seemed like they was having something. He pulled her out and then threw her to the wind. Then
Hmm. He looking at
matched
Allie.
with
He said, if this was my perfect match, I wouldn't be thinking about another woman, which is why he
yeah.
was over there
But
thinking
but I'm
about
saying
and
like
trying to talk to
before the
Allie.
episode when they had the date and then he chose Mackenzie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
He was
yeah,
like, I pulled this out of her basically, and I he liked what he was seeing. Then he wasn't like what he was
yeah. Well,
saying.
he made it seem like he was doing that girl a favor. I didn't like that actually.
Yeah,
I
no
didn't like that at all.
facts.
I like being able to do
Facts.
this for people. Why?
Mm,
Actually, why?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's real. Who was his second match? Because it wasn't Sophie. Sophie's his third match.
No, Sophie is his second match. He
You
wasn't here for
sure?
the first match. And then in the second match, he ended up with Mackenzie. And then for the third, we've only had 3 matches, and now
Mm.
he's with Sophie.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. But I guess it's just like all of his connections with Ali. And I feel like there was one other person. He was matching with Sophie, but I feel like there was one other person that he was vibing with. But maybe not. But either way, he been all over the place.
Yeah.
And he been all over the place. So we'll see what
I think he
comes.
also was vibing a little bit with Natalie, because Natalie was like, "I
Yeah,
love
that's
my
what I'm saying. I
Aussie
feel like there was
accent."
one other person that
Yeah.
he was, because he kissed like everybody the first night
Yes.
almost. But yeah, let's talk about the boardroom, because he was brought in as a boardroom decision, and so
Hmm.
far all of the boardroom decisions have been made by Damari and Marissa. Don't think it's gonna keep happening like that,
Yeah.
but it's been like that thus far. You know, the challenges are a little interesting when they had to ask the questions. Some of the
Yeah.
answers were interesting, but overall they've had the ability to have the strategy to pick who goes into the game. I did not understand Marissa's position of bringing 3 women in when she had the option to just bring 2 in that
Yeah, I would have been
time. I
like,
was
it's
like,
two and that's it. Especially when
yeah.
he was already showing some type of, I don't know, happiness, giddiness
Mm-hmm.
about homegirl, and then he of course
Mm-hmm.
was against bringing in
His
Bree
ex, yeah.
for that, but I don't know why they brought in 3 either. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
did the producers say no? It's got to be 3. I'm just telling you, it's 2 or 3, but because I'm
Yeah,
like,
because I'm like,
who would do that?
right. I'm like, girl, it's first of all, not it's against you, because he, like you said, he over here hemming and hawing like, I don't know,
Right,
okay. And then 2, it's just a numbers game. 3 women were going home. I was
right,
surprised that it was mostly the Bombshells, but look, it could have been
yeah,
any of y'all. It could have been
hmm,
any of y'all. Because
it
had
could have been
he,
her.
yeah. And it could have, quite as it's kept, almost been her. It felt like the first time, because who was that he was interested in? But Kayla.
Hmm.
He was looking at Kayla, but Kayla just was
They
a
was
little
playing a
bit
little
more interested
coconut
in Chris.
game.
Mm-hmm. Marissa's interesting. She's interesting. I think she leads with her. I would say she leads with her insecurities a little bit, or she don't have them in the box per se. They're kind of
Yeah,
like driving
yeah,
some. They're like, it's like she's driving with 2 hands. One is like a hand of confidence. I'm good. I'm doing it. And the other hand is like them insecurities. It's like, nah, bitch, I'm doing this
right.
shit.
Yes, and I
So
need to pull something out of him, so I need to do something so I can see if he's feeling
yeah,
over there.
yeah.
Uh, so
So I don't
it's
know.
never a good game. It's not a good game. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're right. And I was with her when she was like, no, like let's bring in Bree because we got enough blondes and brunettes. That was her saying, I need a sister in here. Like I
But
need,
that she ain't gonna be the sister. She ain't gonna be your sister, girl.
you're
You
right,
with her
right.
ex man. Okay,
I know
y'all gonna
that's
be
why he
very
was
far
like,
apart.
yeah, I don't know about that. Like
Yeah. But she in there. She about to be in there now, or maybe I don't know. Look, we'll
yeah, we
see.
don't know
We'll
what's gonna
see.
happen. It seems like this
Yeah,
next batch of episodes are probably going to be the juiciest because,
yeah. Because
at
this
least
drop is
because
a
of
little.
them
Yeah,
specifically. Like it's
yeah,
really like them, and I hate that, right? Because all the drama
yeah.
last season was about Ali and
The
AD,
black
and so
couple.
now it's about Damari and
Yeah,
Marissa. Like, we just can't have a cute
yeah.
little, But it is what it is.
Hmm.
Um,
Yep.
but yeah, child.
Anything else on these drop episodes?
No, I think that is it. If you are listening on Spotify, make sure you give us a 5-star rating.
Mhm.
And if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. And if you're on Apple, thank you for listening and tuning in.
Mhm.
We will catch you for next week's episode. Drop your thoughts in the comments so we know where y'all at and what y'all thinking. What did we miss? Who are y'all liking and who are y'all ready to see go?
Yeah, and who do you think will win? Because this is a little
Yeah,
tricky of a
yeah,
game. It ain't just like
yeah.
who's gonna win the challenges. It's like who do people think is the top
Yeah, right
match?
now
We'll
I'm
see.
thinking it might be Jimmy S and
And
Allison.
Allison, yeah, that's my vote
Yeah.
too. All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.